Hello there, gamers and Monster Jam enjoyers, and welcome to the international recap of Monster Jam's 2022 International SOPs, since I have nothing to do with my life. Anyway, go! And this will be a recap because, yes, I will review the lineups, points, results for this short little tour in quotations they had. Then I will post the total fantasy points for you guys to see. And I'll link stuff in the description where you can see it yourself if you want to. If this is successful, I might make the older ones, and then 2023 probably if when it wraps up at the end of the year, of course. Anyway, let's get into this. And starting off, we have London, and we'll get right into that. Alright, quick little cut there from editing. But as you can see, we are now on the sheets, which you can not download. You can go see in the description if I put them there. If I remember to, I probably will. As I'm going this, well, not in one go, but in two goes, basically. As we have the first lineup here, as you can see, Todd, Peter, Armando, Randy, Tom, Tristan, Brianna, and Miranda in their respective trucks. As we're going to go ahead and take a look at the results. And as you can see at London, Todd would take racing, Tom would take two-wheel skills, and Armando would take freestyle. As we have a great disparity here. We have the overall at London. We have Todd taking the overall win, Tom in second, Tristan in third, Armando in fourth, Peter and Brianna tied for fifth, Randy being and unfortunately in Gravedigger, but he's in second to last with Miranda rounding out the field. So you can see as we go back to this, go to the, well, I would say this, the second show in Tampere, Finland, a bit of a smaller show, but it has basically the same people, except Colt is now in Max D and Cynthia is in Dalmatian because I think Brianna got pregnant during this. I don't remember. But either way, that's a pretty solid lineup for Finland. And then we have, of course, Tampere right here. Here are the results. We have Armando, Tristan, and then we got Peter getting the racing wins. We have Tyler mostly getting the skills, and Armando sneaking one out. And then we have a little mixed lineup between Tyler, Tristan, and Peter for freestyle. As we go over to the points for it, we have Tristan taking overall with Tyler right behind him, and Armando, Peter, Cynthia, and then Colt. I think this was Colt's first show back, and it really shows. He was pretty mid by the time he got back. And the next show is going to be Arnhem, which I believe is right here. And it's basically the same show as London, except Cynthia and Colt are now here. And this is probably, well, I don't think, yeah, most of these shows are meh. As you can see, Tyler swept most of it. Then we have Armando and Cynthia taking freestyle. Really no surprise that Tyler's doing good things. You should really see how much he sweeps the West Coast 2023 Arena Show quarter 3 or 2 tour. I just call it quarter 2 because at this point it's just 2 quarters because, well, finals is in fucking July. Anyway, let's get to the points in Arnhem. We have Tyler taking it with a 43, gapping Armando and Cynthia. And Todd's still there. Colt still being Colt and Max D. Tristan, so a really mid performance for Tristan. Peter, yeah, and Miranda was kind of bad. I think this is one of her. No, she ran a full fucking season. Yeah, I don't know why Miranda was so bad. Oh, wait, she had truck troubles the whole time, basically. So, yeah. Okay. Then for the next show, we have, obviously, the next shows, we have the Australia mini tour, kind of. Same drivers. You have Camden, Bakugan, Mondo back in El Toro, Brandon Vincent and Gravedigger, Colt and Max D again, Tristan and Meg, Monster Mount Dalmatian with Cynthia, Whiplash with Caleb Blood, and Bari with Zombie. These would remain the same for both shows, as we're going to see the results from these shows right here. As you can see, Camden sweeping racing in Melbourne, Sydney getting Colt to win, which is surprising. Well, it wasn't really surprising. It was a mud show, so anyone could have won. We have Bakugan getting skills, and then you got Armando, and we got Brandon Vincent with the tombstone. I remember that show because it was so muddy. And then we have Caleb Blood and Whiplash getting freestyle. Brandon Vincent getting freestyle as well in Melbourne, and then we got Cynthia. Wait, no, yeah, Cynthia. I'm confusing people, but you got Cynthia winning freestyle in Sydney with, I believe, with the wackest backflip of all time. As we're gonna look at the points for Melbourne, we got Camden sweeping, Armando right behind him, Tristan. Well, Armando kind of got gapped. Tristan, then Bari, and then Kayla, and then Brandon, then Cynthia, and then Colt. Colt always not performing well in Max T for some odd reason. And then we got for Sydney, Cynthia got the overall because she got the freestyle win. Got Brandon also tied with her. Colt got 16 this time. Then we have 13-13 for Armando and Bari, 12 for Camden, 9 for Tristan, and 4 for Kayla. Then for the last few shows here, we got San Juan, and we got basically the same lineup for Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, except the Diggers drivers change and the Dragon drivers change. We have Cody and Dragon, Armando and El Toro, Gravedigger Tyler, Max D Mark List, which is pretty interesting. I guess Max D Mark List really was a weird thing to experience because I guess it was his home country or his home countries, I guess. Spanish, I don't know. Megalodon Tristan, Monster Rottweiler Charlie, Scooby-Doo Miranda Kozad, and Bari with Zombie. For the first show in San Juan, or first shows in San Juan, I should say, as we got Cody and Tyler trading wins in racing. Armando almost sweeping with a Tyler in there. Zombie Obari, always a donut king. And then we got Tyler, and then we got Armando, Tristan. And for freestyle, we got Tyler's 2, Max D, Armando, or actually Max D with Mark List, Armando El Toro, and Tristan getting the wrap up real quick. And finally, we have points for San Juan, which I believe, yep, went to Tyler, obviously. Then Armando, not that far behind. Tristan, Cody, Bari, Miranda, Mark, and Charlie. And finally, we got Dominican Republic. I believe this was a stadium event. We have Tony and Dragon, and Brandon Vincent and Gravedigger. These were the only two differences between these two shows. as we have Santo Domingo. The results are Tristan getting the racing win. Racing. We're hunting rabbits. But Tristan getting the racing. Bro. Tristan getting the racing win. We have Brandon getting the two-wheel skill win, and Bari getting the freestyle win. And for the final show of Santo Domingo, we have Brandon getting overall, Armando, Tristan, Bari, Miranda, Charlie, Tony, and then Mark. I don't know why maxi drivers were so bad in international this year, but I guess it was Tom driving. It was Marklist and Colt. But for the finale, we have the points championship decided right here. Here we are. We got Armando and a Team El Toro Loco taking the win. Tristan, Tyler, Bari, Cynthia, your top 5, and we have the rest of them with Tony Oaks rounding out the bottom with only 1 appearance. Then we have the truck points for this tour. These were before it was individual drivers. These were by the truck, and Gravedigger got that with Team El Toro Loco right behind him, and Team Megalodon. Note that Team Gravedigger was 3 drivers, and these were only 1 driver. So really, only these 3 were at all the shows that year. And yeah, this has been my really bad video on International 2022. If you want to see more of this, like the video, I guess. I don't know. This has been my TED Talk. Doop Goop out.